I was studying rights of way and something caught my eye, and it was this stone circle over in the Purbex, and it got me thinking, with solstice fast approaching and the many hundreds of people that will be going to Stonehenge and paying extortionate money to go and have their ritual at the stones, I wondered if there was an alternative in Dorset. So today I visit 3 of 4 stone circles in Dorset. And welcome to a very warm and muggy Isle of Purbeck. We are supposed to be having thunderstorms later on, which I'm sure a lot of people will be very glad for. So we're on our way to our first stone circle. Is it going to be an alternative to Stonehenge? I doubt it, but it's worth a look. There's the iconic Corfe Castle. That time they had that renovated. It's been in that state for years. Strange thing is, I have been past this site so many times that we're going to. All I can say is it can't be that obvious. One of them is, well, nearby is where one of my favourite green lanes is, Rolling Hill. I think on the left is where they recently had an illegal rave. Clearly quite a bit of interest in the local news. Not within a place like that. Oh. Well, we would have visited when the illegal rave was going on, but the other times of the year, absolutely gorgeous. I've got a feeling it's in those woods up there. The nearest postcode was some cottages up here. I think I'm going to have to park there. I think it's in there somewhere. Ah, there's a lane right here. Right, I'm going to have to refer to my OS map, I think, find out exactly where it is. It's somewhere in here. Now there is some sort of path that's very over crumbs. Doing a bit of Indiana Jones there. Well, this one's certainly not easy to find. My word. Ditch. A place less visited. Good job I've got my Kevlar jeans on. Right, well, I wonder if this is it. Well, it's stones in a circle. So does that go back? Doesn't look to be any more. It's a nice bit of woodland if it wasn't for the traffic there. I was just seeing if there was any more stones. Their voices. So there's one more there. Perhaps I came down the I've come down the wrong part. Here, isn't it? Look. Another overgrown path. But yes, look, we've got a stone to stone. That looks like ironstone, doesn't it? So this larger one that's fallen over. One led down there. Somebody's made a nice little offering of shells. Some ribbon, which is very popular in ancient sites. Looks very pretty, doesn't it? So I don't know if that is an extension to that over there. Doesn't look as though there's any more, because on the OS map it just showed like 3 stones. There's some more ribbons tied to the tree there. Obviously people feel connection with the place. I don't feel anything particular myself, but when there is no cars it is quite peaceful here. Well, I wouldn't exactly say this is an alternative to Stonehenge, but if you wanted to come somewhere relatively peaceful, relatively quiet, with a few standing stones, it's an option. There's a little lay-by up there, there's nobody about, you're not going to have any crowds, you can come and clang your cymbals here and be at one.
So I've got the bug for this now. I might just go and have a look to see of the remaining Dorset stone sites. So yes, I may well do that. Weather's still looking good, so we'll do that. Oh, and by the way, t-shirt. This all goes back to the early Stonehenge festival. Hawkwind were a really, how should we say, pioneers. And to me, Hawkwind and Stonehenge go hand in hand. They always used to do it play the concerts for free. Haven't got a Hawkwind t-shirt, but obviously Mr. Lemmy Kilminster, God rest his soul, used to be the lead singer of Hawkwind before they booted him out, and he went and created Motorhead. So hence the t-shirt, because I haven't got a Hawkwind t-shirt. So that's my tedious link for today. Right, this next alternative, Stonehenge, if you live in Dorset, you've probably passed here many times, as I have, but I've never ever stopped to actually have a look at them. So we're going into a small village, but on the main A35. I'm sure you can probably guess, we've just come out of Dorset. I really do hope I don't get caught in a thunderstorm. Got no wet weather gear. Definitely something funny in that air now. It's got cooler, got a bit windier. Those places that you just pass through. You may stop at the petrol station, although the pub up here on the left, which is open and closed several times, we've stopped there once. I don't know how many hands before the current one, but it was very, very nice. And it's nice to see that it's back open again, because I thought it was going to probably go for housing, but it's how many people actually stay there. That's the problem. The pub can only keep going with customers, so to visit this next one, I think I'm going to have to park in there, because it is just there. nowhere else to park. They're on private property, so I think that's my only option. It's a shame because you can't get to see it properly because there's nowhere to park. But let's turn around and we'll park in that farm entrance. Well, as you can see, it's not an easy place to get to. Got a ditch to try and get over. Oh, I don't believe it. You telling me this is the only way in here? Right, having decided that I wasn't going to jump over the ditch and make a fool of myself by falling in, I've discovered outside this little garage, it used to be a little chef, there is a permissive path to the Nine Stones. So it's not very well defined, but we'll give it a go. Well, that certainly isn't very permissive there. It's so annoying when they don't even put a proper waymarked pathway. It's bad enough with vehicles on byways and UCRs, but I'm trying to work out. I mean, on my map there, it just shows a black line, which I'm just probably past now. Unless the pathway is literally along the border of the hedge. I'll give that a go. Well, I couldn't work out where the permissive path was, not even using an OS map, so I figured if I walk along the border of a field, that's got to be better than walking across the middle that I'm not sure about is actually the permissive path. So, and there doesn't look to be any crop here. The crop is out there, so hopefully it won't take us too much longer, because it is rather warm. Well, at the end of this field, they've actually provided a stye. I think there probably was one on the other one, but it'd long since rotted away. And like most rights away, there's no money being spent on any of it at the moment, so it's a case of tough, suck it and see. But it's not that far, really. There's the white building where I left the bike, and there's the woods that it's in. Even this gate's hanging off a bit. My word, what a state of disrepair their countryside's getting in. Right, let's read the blurb. So the 9 Stone Circle dates to the late Neolithic or early Bronze Age and is one of only 4 surviving stone circles in southern Dorset. So there's 4. I thought there was 3. This stone circle is 8 metres in diameter and made from local sarsen, a type of sandstone. 2 stones are 1.5 metres high and are nearly twice the height of the others. There is a large gap between these 2 large stones, indicating this may have been the entrance. No excavations have taken place at the circle, and it's difficult to know exactly when and why it was built. Similar sites such as Stonehenge were used for rituals. that mark particular times of the year. Right, oh, let's go and have a look at them. You can see it's so close to the road. Wow, look at all the... That looks like concrete, doesn't it? All the stones that are actually in there. Well, there we have it, 9 stones. Quite inventive that was. Stonehenge? No. It would be if it wasn't for that road, very similar to the other side. If this was in the middle of a woods that were miles away from the road, it would be great. It's just too much noise there. You can't tune into nature. It's very difficult to open your mind and contemplate. There's just far too much noise. The road is only just there, it's literally just a few feet away. It's a shame because it's quite a nice little circle. But no, it's too noisy. So it's not an equivalent to Stonehenge. I wouldn't come here to bang the cymbals because they wouldn't be heard over the noise of the road. Right, so the last one I'm going to do today isn't very far from here. It's strange that there was 2 stone circles quite close to each other. It says back there that there was 4 in Dorset. I only done a quick Google search and found 3, but no doubt there is. But it's getting very, very warm and muggy, and it wouldn't surprise me if those thunderstorms don't start rolling in soon, so I don't particularly want to get caught out by that. But how can you get bored and tired of this road? I'll be honest with you, I'm totally out of breath. I didn't want it to be this far. I don't know if you can see Hardy's monument over my shoulder there. But God, the heat, walking in motorbike boots and being completely and utterly unfit is not the best. The map says not too far to go, but hopefully there's going to be a defined footpath leading to the stones. God, I do hope it's worth the effort. Right, so this is good. I found a sign saying this stone circle is an ancient monument scheduled by Ministry of Public Building and Works. It was excavated in 1965 and the stones reinstated in their original sockets. The original circle was probably constructed between 1800 and 1200 BC. Structures of this type are considered to have had a ritual significance. But where is the stone circle? Really, is it really buried in here? Is this it? Is this how we look after our ancient monuments? My God, look at it. Everything's buried and overgrown. Well, shame on English heritage, or who the hell looks after this. Look at it. I nearly walked straight past it. It's terrible. You'd think even the farmer could just take 5 minutes and just cut it, couldn't you? What an absolute disgrace. Well, that is absolutely appalling. I could have just walked past this and not even known it was here. God, that bit. Oh. I mean, I've got to admit, it's in a cracking part of the world. Look at it. Well, it's a bit hazy out there, I know, but look, you could just see the top of that one there, and that's all you can see. Well, I am disgusted. That is how we look after our ancient monuments. Shame on English heritage. Shame on whoever else should be looking after it. Absolutely terrible. God, these things bloody bite. So, would I rate this as an alternative for going to Stonehenge? There's one thing this place has got going for it, and that is peace and tranquility. I mean, to be honest with you, look, you can see the Fleet Lagoon over there in the background. On a nice summer's evening, you can have a picnic out on the grass there, and you've got the stones here if you're into that sort of thing to bang your cymbals or bang your drum against. But just look at the state of it. It could be an alternative, but the trouble is you've got bloody flies that bite you. It's all overgrown. You couldn't sit in the middle and feel your energies or whatever you need to do in the middle of a stone circle, and it's a shame. But out of all the sites, the 3 sites that I've seen today, this would be the one that I would come to have a picnic, to watch the sunset. Solstice would probably be lovely up here. If it's a nice clear morning, it would be good. But like I say, the whole point of the ritual thing is almost overgrown. So if you're coming up here, not that you should bring any tools to clear grasses or whatever with you, but if you just happen to have some, you could just clear some of that away. But it's a shame. So is it an alternative? Yes, I think it is an alternative. It's an alternative place to come that probably nobody else will be here, which I think is the important thing. Stonehenge, you're going to have hundreds of people, you know, banging their drums, banging their cymbals, dressing up in their robes, whatever. If you just want some peace and reflection and some tranquility, but at an ancient site, an ancient ritual site, then I think this is a good place. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this little video. So obviously one thing I didn't get to find out, because literally I just planned this last night and got on the bike this morning. One thing I didn't find out is where this 4th site was. I haven't got time to do it today. Like I say, I think there's a storm coming. But I will find out, and I will go and have a look at it. But I learnt something today. I've lived in Dorset all my life, as some of you know, and I knew of the stone circle at Winterbourne Abbot, because I've driven past it and ridden past it many times, but never stopped at it. I didn't know about the one on the Purbex. Did I know about this one? I may have seen it on a map, because there is a couple of other sites which are close to here. You've got the Valley of the Rocks, which I'm aware of, and you've got another site, I can't remember it off the top of my head, I may have to just check my map. There is another site that a lot of people visit. Do apologise. Hellstone, that's the one. Yeah, so that's another site people visit. But I don't think a lot of people visit this one. Well, I can see why now. You could just walk past and not even know it was there. But yeah, it's a shame. And like I say, I hope you enjoyed it. It's something a bit different to what my normal videos are. But I am interested in history, and I want to perhaps do a bit more on history. Although I'm not a historian, I am very interested in it, and I hope if you're watching this you share my interest. So I'm going to sign off now, because I'm beginning to pant and I'm hot and sticky, and I'll leave you with that picture of Hardy's monument on top of the hill there. And until the next time, take care, and if you are celebrating solstice, then have an enjoyable one.